And we've got the spinning circle going. So you know what that means? We are here with another Money Moves. So
we're here. We're live.
That's right. That's right. So welcome back, everybody. Got some good stuff to talk about. But, man, we're full swing in summer. Had a lot of warm days. I don't know about where you're at down in the chat.
But it's June.
I can't believe it. Yeah, we're already, not quite a week into June, but pretty much. Yep. And this year has just blown by. So, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We have been talking and hopefully educating you, and you guys are getting some stuff. Make sure you click that subscribe button down below. Give us a like, a thumbs up, a heart, whatever case may be, and share it with your friends. And if you're watching this after the fact, you can catch all of our videos on blackswanmoney.com. This is episode 104. And what we're talking about today is yet another way your money is being separated from you, and you probably don't even know it. So we're going to spend a few seconds here to get started, and then we're going to talk about it. So make sure you share with your friends. And this is something that you can keep your eye on, and it'll put more money back in your pocket. So we'll get started here in just a few seconds. And we're back. So, yeah, I'm sure you've experienced this. I know I literally just had this happen to me yesterday, and they got one on me, and I didn't realize it. And I walked out of the grocery store, and I was a little miffed. But we all know what inflation is, right? We've been talking about it. Inflation's been through the roof since the new regime. I don't even know if I want to call it elected official, but the new regime took office, right?
Yep.
And for those of you that know, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway,
if you know.
If you know, you know. But looking at what else is going on, so costs have been going up, and obviously we're getting close to the election. So oddly enough, gasoline prices have gone down, but our reserves have been tapped out. But the stuff is still costing more at the grocery store, just for items in general. I don't know about you, but and people are getting sick of it and getting fed up. But there's another thing that's quietly happening with your money.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's called shrinkflation. Okay. Shrink, like shrink wrap, inflation, like inflation, And what do I mean by that? Well, and I'm sure, it's basically you're getting the same item, quote unquote, but there's less of it.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like that big bag of chips that you buy and you open it up and like half the bag's just air. It's like, what the hell? Oh, that's for packing purposes. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
The product settles.
The product settles. There you go. I bought this little thing the other day, and it was cashews mixed with cranberries and a little cheese, a little pocket, a little quick snack. I opened it up, and there was literally one cashew in there. And I'm like,
that's the most expensive part.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like they ran out of cranberries or no, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, and I've got visual aids today, right? I'm a visual learner, so what I have in front of me, folks, are two containers, right? I bought this one probably a month ago. And don't give me a hard time for, decaf. I'm trying to chill out on my caffeine, but this is, a good sized container. I don't know that it's a gallon, but it's a big container of coffee, right? Ran out. So what did I do? Go to Kroger, go to the grocery store. I shouldn't say their name. Go to the grocery store, and I bought this. Look, it's the same, right? It's exactly, well, their branding, logo changed a little bit, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Bought it, actually paid a little bit more for this one, the new one, right? Yeah. Nothing big, I'm like, I expected that because of what's been going on, right?
Because of inflation.
Yeah, right. And then I get back to the house and I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute. I noticed the logo's changed, so I'm giving it a closer look. Well, not only did the logo get a little bit of a tweak, the size of the stuff that I got a little bit of a tweak. So the first one I bought was 30.5 ounces. And this next one is 25.9 ounces, whatever. So I call it 5 ounces less, right? 5 ounces less, but I paid more for less. And that's obviously, I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of things. I don't know. Has anything like this happened to you, Wendy?
Yes. So 2 stories. One is like me as a consumer, and then I'll tell you one is me as someone that worked for a manufacturer. So the other day, I was at Sonic. My kids, love Sonic, the drinks, right? So we go, and then every time we go and I say, we're just getting drinks, somebody wants food. And so it turns into that. But my kids love, and I love, the breakfast burritos. And those breakfast burritos are big breakfast burritos. I mean, they're like very filling. You go to McDonald's and you need 2 or 4 of them to fill up. But at Sonic, it's a big burrito. And so my son orders a breakfast burrito, and he got it. And I pulled it out of the bag. I'm like, is this the burrito? Like, this can't be it. Normally you pull it out of the bag and it's like a handful. And I pulled this out of the bag and I was like, this is not the breakfast burrito. Sure enough, it was. Same price, if not more. And they went from probably those big flour tortillas to a like normal size tortilla. Kind of a bummer, because now it takes 2 of them to feed you the same as the one was. And then, I used to work for a big manufacturer of some product. And I remember in like budget meetings and them talking about like the, cost of goods going up and what, different ways to cut costs. And one of the very casual, suggestions that was taken was to decrease the amount of product in our container. So we kept the same size container, but decreased the amount of product in it.
Which is exactly what this brand that will remain nameless did, right? I'm not going to talk about the brand name, but that's exactly what they did. They went from 30 ounces plus to 25 plus.
And you think about if they're manufacturing, thousands of these per hour or whatever the rate is, that 5 ounces per, really makes up a lot of extra product they get to make.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, let's say that I get 12 of these, right? A year, 1 a month. Okay. So that's 60 ounces. That's literally 2. So they saved an extra 2 of these. And that's just me. And that's, and again, it's not much. I think they're like, I don't know, $12, $13 for a big one like this. I'm not a latte kind of guy. I just drink regular coffee, but it's still, and you add that up over consumers all throughout the United States, that's a huge bump to their profit. And most people are completely oblivious to it. And I would challenge you, as you go grocery shopping, you'll notice it. I mean, sizes and stuff like that, they're changing. The packaging may remain the same. And that's, like you said, the packaging on this, they use the same packages. That's how they can, again, control the cost, because they've already got their machinery already set up for these, X size containers and things like that. But as a consumer, I feel like I got gypped, right? I mean, I got screwed.
Sneaky. It's sneaky.
It is sneaky. It's like, come on, new smaller size. You're paying the same for new smaller size. I don't think I need that kind of advertisement or kind of heads up. But you look at that and it's like, it's just one of the things, right? I mean, they start using additional additives and things like that. And that's also, not to shift gears, I've been paying a lot of attention to ingredients in foods too. And I'm a huge fan. Now, I don't drink a lot of this, but I like Mexican Coke, right? And back in the day, that wasn't even a thing. What is Mexican Coke? And some of you may be going, what is Mexican Coke? If you haven't had a Mexican Coke and you drink Coca-Cola, you're missing the boat. That's all I'm going to say. But what they're doing is they're changing, from sugar, real sugar, into, corn syrup and all these artificial low cost items. And that's what's going on with our food systems too, is they're using lower cost ingredients to make the same. And actually it's not the same. It's just the same taste. And why is that? I'm assuming that you've got a little puppy or something in the background. So I didn't think you were bored with the conversation playing with the squeaky toy. So no, that's okay. These are live videos, folks. So it's all part of it. But no, you look at the ingredients and stuff like that, and really there's this big shift towards just being aware of what's going on, not only with your food but your environment and things like that. And, again, it's just this shrinkflation. Candy bars, I remember when packs of gum, for example, when I was younger, you got 7 sticks. Well, how many sticks do you get now? 5, right? And that's kind of the new norm, unless you buy one of the big jumbo boxes. But it's everywhere, and it's a little bit here, a little bit there. Prices are still going up, but now they're also reducing the size. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I love at the grocery store, what I always look for now, because I've noticed this, right, is the price per ounce or the price, right?
Yeah.
So,
I love that.
Yeah. I love when they break it down that way, because I don't look at price, right, anymore. And because you got to compare apples to apples. So I look at, the price per ounce or per whatever, however they have it measured out.
Yeah, and that's a lot of, where your bulk stores and stuff come in, like Costco, Sam's Club, things like that. You're obviously buying in larger quantity, and so they have less packaging costs in that. So that's where they're saving their money too. But like I said, this coffee company that will remain nameless, they kept the same packaging and everything, and just a little print,
I will say this though about the big, Costco,
big box
Sam's,
store.
The manufacturer I work for that I mentioned was talking about earlier, they also had different packaging for those stores because they were different. So if you got like a 2-pack, those 2 were actually smaller than you would get in the store. So they're tricking you every way.
You got to watch them, guys. You got to watch them. And most of us aren't. We're just like, okay, whatever, I got the stuff. And then we have to go shop more frequently and things like that. So, shorter show today, guys. But I just wanted everybody out there to kind of be aware of, what is shrinkflation? And I know we're kind of joking about it. And in the big scheme of things, 5 ounces, is it going to end in my world? No. But you start looking at the bigger picture and things like that. And it's like, okay, these companies have increased their prices. Now they're also reducing sizes. Their profit margins are fine. Right. And so it's like, hey, if we're all in this together, let's kind of pay attention to that. But again, vote with your dollar. Right. You've seen a lot of that going on. Kudos to you people out there taking action with that. And looking at the different sizes and things like that. And it's just something to be aware of. Again, look at different brands, look at different sizes. What you just said is huge for those of you that grocery shop. Make sure you're looking at the price per unit.
Yeah.
Or it's either going to be a price per ounce or price per unit or something like that. Usually it's a sticker right next to the price tag. And you'd be amazed at how cheaper another item is that's probably very similar, or maybe even the same manufacturer. A lot of these are what's called white label.
Yeah.
Where the same company will produce peanut butter, for example. But they will sell that peanut butter product to 2 or 3 different companies who simply put a label on it, and that's it. It's all the same food and all the same, so again, just be aware of it, try some different stuff and things like that, make your dollar go a little further, and hopefully you're putting some of that away for your future. So, but anything else to add on that, Wendy?
Yeah, no, the white labeling, that's a good point. Like, I know, like Equate brand is the Walmart brand, right? When it says compared to, it's typically that company white labeled it, and it's literally the same product.
Yep, exactly. They're really good at that. I mean, and I'm always buying the Equate. I think it's Equate brand.
Yeah.
I'm always buying the Equate brand because that's exactly what it is, man. They've got a huge, and whether you like Walmart or hate Walmart, they're good for things and they're bad for things, and I get it. But when it comes to saving money for my household, I'm going to buy the generic. Because it's all made by the same manufacturers and it's the same stuff, right? A lot of clothes are like that too. Just because they slap that label on there, all this stuff's being made overseas, Vietnam, things like that. So again, look for ways to save money and increase your bottom line for your house. So everybody have a great day. If you got some good information out of this, or you didn't know what shrinkflation was, I'd love to hear from you. Do us a little favor, click that little like button, the heart button, and share this presentation, if you would, this video presentation. my
so
presentation. I know, right?
You did present today.
I know. It's like going back to the 50s. It's like product placement, right? I love the product. I just want my old 30 ounces back. So anyway, but everybody have a great day. And Winnie, as always, it was good seeing you. We'll be here next Tuesday, like every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific. And if you've got a topic you'd love to hear from you as well, and if you're watching this playback, again, don't forget to go to our YouTube channel where you can see all of our videos for free just by subscribing at www.blackswanmoney.com. Have a great day.